Welcome back to Real Phonies, where we take a love for movies and television and combine it with very little knowledge about movies and television. I'm your host, Christian. Join with me is Joseph, Ian.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Jehu.
What's up?
Everyone back again. Ian, you got some news for us?
Yeah, full house today. And we actually got a lot of news, so we're going to try and breeze through this. The first thing is they announced that the World War Z 2 movie was a go. It was in pre-production, and I guess the budget was getting out of control, so they just slashed it and canceled it. Kind of disappointing because it was Brad Pitt and David Fincher was going to direct this one, like a Fight Club kind of put back together. But
reunion.
I don't know. The first one's very forgettable. But I love the book. I don't know. Have you guys?
Yeah, no, the book's really good. And I like David Fincher movies, so I was
Yeah.
just kind of hoping to see what he would do with it.
What's the last thing he did? Gone Girl? Or she done something since Gone Girl?
I mean,
like
would
he
you
would've had to
count?
have
Would you
done-
count? What's the show he has on Netflix?
Mindhunter.
Mindhunter.
Oh, yeah, I've never watched it.
That
Yeah.
show's dope.
It's very David Fincher.
No, I know, and I
Yeah.
should watch it then.
So I don't know. There is rumors on our Facebook page that he's going to do a Mad Max movie. So
David Fincher's going to do Mad Max?
that's
Really?
he's trending that way. That was a rumor though. It's
They're
not like
gonna-
he signed or anything.
So George Miller wouldn't do Mad Max.
That's what they're saying.
That's
David Fincher.
crazy.
Yeah. Brian posted it, but we'll see. So I don't know. World War Z 2's off. I doubt that ever sees.
Did we
light of
read
day
that?
again.
Is that true? Did you click on the link?
No, I'm telling you.
I think it was a rumor that the studio is thinking about doing another Mad Max
I
movie.
mean,
the
it's
thing
all
is,
rumors.
any
What are you
rumor
talking
isn't
about? It's
necessarily
all
true,
rumors.
What the fuck?
Nothing we say is gospel here, guys. Right off the
Who
bat.
gives a shit? Carry on.
I mean, David Fincher doing Mad Max would mean he would have to finally turn the lights on. So
A dark desert scene.
yeah,
no, he could do that, actually.
that's true.
All right. So next, there's a couple trailers that we wanted to talk about. First one is Shaft, and this one is going to have 3 generations of Shafts.
Yep.
Which sounds interesting. The original Shaft, Sam Jackson from the reboot in like 2000s, and then some other guy I don't know.
I didn't recognize the
I didn't recognize
Yeah,
him
the
either.
new guy I think is like a new guy.
Yeah.
So
from what I've seen, it seems fun, self-referential.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
It was a fun trailer.
I like the perspective of you're with like the young guy who doesn't know how to be cool yet with all these, really cool seasoned vet kind of things, and he gets better as he goes along.
I like the original Shaft, not necessarily its sequels. I like the Shaft reboot, so I'll probably like this.
Yeah. Well, we're going to talk about Shaft a little bit later with Christian Bale. We'll touch on it, but yeah, we'll see. No one's cooler at delivering badass lines than Sam Jackson.
Which is all this movie is going to
Yeah,
be.
That's true.
Put him in these kind of movies all the time. I'm game. Moving on, Pet Sematary 2 released its second trailer. Jones, you remember more of this obviously than me because you noticed some of the differences in the trailer.
Yeah, so not necessarily not just in the trailer, but differences in their interpretation versus the original book and the original film, which is in the book and the movie, it's the younger son who dies and is brought back to life. And this one, it's the older daughter. And I think that's an interesting change. I don't really know what it's going to bring difference-wise, but, I mean, it separates itself. We are getting the Achilles cutting shot again, and
Which is all anyone cares about, but it's crazy that they gave it away in the trailer.
I know,
that
right?
was
Yeah.
gonna happen.
I think when we first heard about this movie, I feel like it's one of the things we talked about was, are they going to include that or not going to include that? And
Yep.
I think the suspense of not knowing was kind of a driving force. I've now already seen it. I don't know that I need to
I don't
see
know.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, the thing about this, I don't know much about Pet Sematary. I don't know if I've seen the original, but I love Jason Clarke. I want him to do more good movies. John Lithgow is cool, so it's got a good cast.
It's got a creepy-ass cat in it.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for the cat.
I'm telling you,
He's
this,
my hero.
Yeah.
I have a feeling this opens big. It's going to open like it, and people love pets. People like scary movies. I'm predicting it's going to be big.
See, I think the opposite. I think they're trying to cash in on it, and I don't think they're going to be able to replicate it.
Well, I know the original one had a cool Ramones song in it, so I'm wondering what shitty band they're going to cover that song. My guess,
your pick?
my guess right now is probably My Chemical Romance.
Yeah, I can see it.
But
I don't. Are they
Are they still? I thought they weren't a thing anymore.
maybe they're not a thing.
I mean,
not.
that would go with the dark and depressing tone, though.
My guess would be Fallout Boy, which
Fall
is like,
Out Boy is still a thing, and they need the cat.
yeah, they're like a worse version of My
Yeah.
Chemical Romance.
Yeah, I don't
think.
even hate My Chemical Romance. They're fine.
So yeah, we'll see. Moving right along, Captain Marvel. They're really ramping up the promotional stuff for this. They launched like a '90s aesthetic website.
It's great.
Which like with guest books and like font colors, and it's pretty cool. There's a lot of Easter eggs. There's like I went on there before the show today to like kind of familiarize myself with it. There's like a game where you can like pick the scrolls on the bus from that trailer scene.
Uh-huh.
The only other thing that's come out of this is they're reporting that The rumor is like there's Annihilus is the URL in one of them, and Annihilus there seems to be hinting at he's a Marvel villain, and maybe could be the next villain either in Captain Marvel, or they're saying he's big enough where he could be like an Avengers level villain. I mean, you know stuff about comics.
Niles is cool as fuck. Fantastic Four villain. Jack Kirby created Marvel's best event ever. Annihilation was built around Annihilus. He's just cool looking. He's kind of like a robot bug thing from another dimension. He likes to annihilate things, hence the name. And definitely if they're going to try to go in a cosmic direction after this, which they're saying they are, he's like the top pick,
Yep.
So
I would really like it. I mean, from what I saw, like he controls these bug ships, which, give him some CGI money, I'm sure they can make him cool.
I know you guys are saying annihilist like annihilation, but I just can't stop hearing the Big Lebowski in my head every time you say it.
Fair point.
Yeah.
Fair point. So yeah, we'll see. I'm kind of getting excited for Captain Marvel the closer we got, and the trailers haven't really blown me away, but I want to see a female-led Marvel movie, and I'm now that we're 6 months past Ant-Man and Wasp, I got the itch again.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
It's about the right time.
It's been a while.
Next is some FX TV news. The show Legion, which is about David, I forget his last name, David Xavier, I don't know.
No, what is his last name?
David
He
Heller?
made me forget it.
I don't know, but anyway, he's
Starts with an H, right?
I think it's Heller, yeah.
Yeah,
it's David Heller.
David
yeah.
Heller. So he's in the comics, he's Professor X's son. He's one of the strongest mutants, I believe, there is.
He's arguably the most powerful.
And they've kind of taken like not a comic book tone, kind of try to like make it more trippy, I think, in the shows. But they just announced that they cast Professor X in the third season, which is going to be the last season. It's written by Noah Hawley, who writes Fargo. Really good writer. I want him to do a movie. And Viserys Targaryen from Game of Thrones is cast as Professor X, which I don't know.
I liked that guy. He's knockoff Tom Hiddleston.
That's a very good point. He has that hate factor. I want to see him as a good guy, I guess. You know what I mean?
I just watched
How
him.
old is that guy, though?
Oh, he's not very old.
No.
So it must be flashbacks.
To be fair, I think he's older than he looks. Like he's been around and stuff for a long time. He was when Doctor Who first came back. He was in like one of an early episode of Doctor Who, and he was like early 20s then. And I just watched him in Theory of Everything. He's in that movie. He's fine.
Just out of curiosity, are there British actors that aren't on Doctor Who?
No, there's not. It's a requirement.
Well, just because I know that Patrick Stewart had said, "Hey, I would do this show. I like this."
I'm
show.
sure it's flashbacks.
I think it's flashbacks, and we'll still see Patrick Stewart.
I mean, that would be cool.
They cast his mom too, and she's also pretty young.
Okay.
And he's gonna have hair. That's what he said. His Charles Xavier's not gonna be bald.
And like this show is one of those ones where like stuff's happening in his mind. Like it could be anything really.
Right.
But are you guys caught up? Anyone caught up on that show?
Oh yeah, I love it.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's one of the ones
You were
haven't-
watching it.
I
right?
watched one episode.
Really?
Oh.
To me, it's the best thing that's been done with comics on TV.
Yeah, I need to watch it. So I think that's one of the next things I'm going to watch. So we got some casting rumors. Nips, not gospel. Robert Pattinson. There's rumors that the director Matt Reeves is looking at him as Batman.
Which one is Robert Pattinson?
The one from Twilight. This is actually
nobody whose ass I could kick should be Batman. Fuck a big handful.
I do feel like I have to backtrack because I did say last week that there are no handsome guys of the appropriate age who aren't already in superhero movies, and he is actually one of those guys.
He's
so
really
he might be the last
scrawny,
one
though.
left. Yeah.
I would go
He's
with
so
the
small.
chick from Twilight before I would go for him.
I can't. This can't happen. There's no way.
Could you imagine a Kristen Stewart Robin? Like I could see
Carrie
that
Kelly?
happening.
Carrie Kelly?
Yeah, if they made-
Carrie Kelly?
If they made them Batman and Robin, I'd get back on board.
I could deal with that.
Yeah.
I did see some artwork with him as Batman. Wasn't that bad?
He's got the jawline for it.
It was okay.
I mean, if that does happen, that motherfucker needs to live in the
Look,
gym.
okay, so here's the thing, right? Like everyone thought Zachary Levi couldn't get up to size. And he didn't. But we worked around it. So if he can just put on like 25 to 30 pounds.
I mean, to be fair, we've been putting Ben Affleck in a padded suit for 2 movies, so
They can CGI him some abs like Daryl Butler.
The
in
difference there
300.
is Ben Affleck is fat as shit. It made him try to look buff.
yeah,
Whereas the other guys are just small.
it's true.
Yeah, they were cinching it up for Affleck.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. That sounds like an awful choice.
I feel like maybe that was like aiming lower, so when we get like our real one, it's like, okay, we fucking love it. Yeah.
They really
negotiating tactics.
They really want like a 30-year-old or younger, and you said it. I don't want that anymore.
No,
I don't need that.
No.
Especially with the story, if you're going to already have established a bunch of Batman villains and he's going to be a detective, why is he going to be young Batman?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because apparently, everything we've learned in television and movies version of Batman is his villains have been around way fucking longer.
Yeah, it's like they're just making Gotham.
Yeah.
I don't know. So we'll see.
Yeah, this is a semi-related note. I saw a fan art picture of Daniel Radcliffe as Wolverine.
Wasn't that bad?
And I kind of fucking love it.
Yeah, it wasn't bad at all.
He is the right height.
Yeah.
I could see it.
Again,
That
you
would
got
be
to put
like-
on like 30 pounds of muscle. That dude is small.
Live in the gym.
Yeah, but he's stocky. I feel like he's the right build for it if he built up
He
more.
could be, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, carry on.
High fat diet.
Yeah, so I don't know. Matt Reeves, good director. Like I said, the second Ape movie is really good.
Yep.
So, I mean, let's see. We'll see. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. All right, 2 more pieces, guys, and we're going to wrap it up. Today, this is brand new, like a couple hours ago. Marvel, and Hulu. Marvel owns like a 70% stake in Hulu.
When they buy Fox, they will officially own Hulu.
Yeah, so they're kind of pulling away from Netflix, pulling towards Hulu, and they announced 4 animated Marvel TV shows aimed towards adults. One's Howard the Duck, one's MODOK, one's Hit Monkey, and one's Tigra and Dazzler. And what I also read is, and I want to talk about this, but the behind the scenes people are really good. Patton Oswalt, Kevin Smith, Chelsea Handler. So I mean, it's got a lot of famous people writing it.
That all sounds right for those characters, definitely. Because I'm sure this is, Howard the Duck is a humor character. Dazzler and Tigra aren't, but they could definitely be moved that way because Dazzler was like a disco character, basically. She was the disco mutant.
Okay.
And Tigra is just a chick who's a tiger. So,
Like Cheetah.
Right. So them teaming up, I could see that being, like a comedy thing. I don't know a thing about Hit Monkey, though.
What about MODOK? I don't know anything about him.
MODOK is awesome. I wish I can remember the exact wording of the acronym, because it's an acronym. He's a Captain America villain. He's basically a giant fucking head with tiny arms, tiny feet that floats around.
And he's like purple, right?
He's like purple, orange.
I think. All right, yeah, I remember.
I
now.
know the last 2 parts of the acronym was the last part of it is designed only for killing, which doesn't even fit with the acronym, but it's fucking awesome. Yeah, at one point, I think that the Russos wanted MODOK for a villain in a Captain America movie, but they were basically shot down. It's like, no, that's ridiculous, because he is a really ridiculous character.
Also, Patton Oswalt should be the one who play MODOK in live
Absolutely.
I mean, there's just no way he's not the one who's doing MODOK. He has to be.
Yeah, Patton Oswalt, I know he tweets a lot. He's a big comic book guy. So is Kevin Smith. So I'm sure they have the background to do it, and they're funny. Kevin Smith's not really funny, but
Well, Kevin Smith is a pretty good voice actor. He did Hal Jordan on a couple of DC projects before. So,
But yeah, I'm excited for it. Like I said, I want Marvel to just stop licensing their characters out to everyone and just kind of do good ones. You know what I mean?
right.
So we'll see. All right, and then the last piece of news, the biggest piece, is that Aladdin trailer from yesterday. What do you guys think?
It was something.
It was... All right, I'm going to let you guys talk about it. My only thing that I came away with, it looks cheap. Cheap as fuck. Like, it's like got the 300, everything's on a green screen look to me.
Yeah.
well, I do feel bad for Will Smith, because when the first thing came out, everybody made fun of him for not being blue, and then this came out and everybody made fun of him for being blue. So you really can't.
I mean,
win.
the CG looks like shit.
It looks really bad.
It looks like an Instagram filter. Like, it's where you put your face
No, yeah,
on
like
the
there's
genie.
that little lag.
Yeah.
Oh man, like I don't know that the design would really sell me if it was more in sync, but I definitely wouldn't think it was as ridiculous.
They did to try to, recoup some of the bad talk. They released a finished product picture today, which is him, gigantic, pointing a finger at Aladdin. And it does look better. But, he's in the trailer for 6 seconds. Finish that crap before you release the trailer. Yeah.
Yeah, something about it, I don't know what made me feel racist watching it.
Yeah.
Something about him being painted blue just felt not right.
He's
I don't
not.
know.
There's not enough smoke at his bottom. It looked like he was just a blue, like a Smurf. He was a giant Smurf.
He looked very Smurfy.
yeah.
I will say it's not my least favorite part of the trailer. My least favorite part of the trailer is Jafar.
Yep.
I tried not to be mean, but Jafar's voice in the animated one, fairly intimidating guy. this guy, sounds like a guy I could beat up. Like, I'm not that
exactly.
intimidated by this Jafar.
I'm on the opposite train. I'm already rooting for sexy Jafar just because he's the most attractive person around.
It has nothing to do with his look. It's his like high pitched.
No, I get it.
100%.
It's super.
Jafar was
British.
like the scariest villain for me as a kid.
Yeah.
I just feel like if I'm
Please get me the lamp, Aladdin.
I just feel like
I need it.
if movies, and particularly Disney movies, have taught me anything, it's that the most beautiful people are the right people. So I'm pretty sure that I should be on his side.
Jafar should win.
Yeah.
The carpet was cool in the like background shot you saw it in.
The main thing I felt about it is, when I was a kid, I spent a lot of time with my grandpa Odell, and he was a pretty scary character. And there was always cartoons that I was watching that I would be afraid of Odell catching me watching, that he was going to like make fun of it because how ridiculous or sissy it was. And this the whole time I was just waiting for the ghost of Odell to come up behind me and just rail
Make fun
on
of
me
you?
for this awful thing I'm watching.
Yeah.
It's like you're Jiminy Cricket.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Yeah, the costumes. I thought the costumes looked bad too. So I don't know. They need to. Everything they put out for this has been met with bad press. I thought.
I mean, this is Guy Ritchie, right? Am I crazy for remembering
Is
that?
it Guy Ritchie?
It 100% is Guy Ritchie. That was
That's
your first
bananas.
mistake.
I don't have anything. I'd love to do an episode about Guy Ritchie on this show, but not for this movie.
All he does is flops.
Here's
King Arthur?
That's not. That's his. That's
What's
his
Man
latest
from Uncle?
fault.
Wasn't that Man from Uncle?
Okay,
Yeah,
but
Man
Man
from Uncle's
Uncle's
good.
awful. I mean, awesome. I don't care.
They're
was a
good, but
good
they're
movie.
flops.
Sherlock Holmes movies, they made money.
Yeah.
They did make money.
The first one.
I would say up until Man from Uncle, which might be his best movie.
I love
would
Man
agree
from
with
Uncle.
that.
Yeah, I love Man from Uncle.
Yeah.
But
he
it was a flop.
pretty popular.
Yeah.
He only got this movie. Everyone's like, Aladdin's a street thief. Who makes street thief
Right.
movies?
Let's make
Guy
Snatch.
Ritchie, who's only made street thief movies.
I'll bet you 10 minutes in the movie they moved to London just to make it more comfortable.
Gritty
Yeah, so the best
underbelly
scene,
side.
the best scene will be Aladdin stealing that loaf of bread and running
To be
from the.
fair, that may be the best scene of the original.
I mean,
One jump ahead of the aisle.
I love that song.
one good point is it could be the end of these movies.
Yeah.
Like, Mary Poppins didn't do great. That this one really flopped,
But
which it seems like it's going
I
to.
agree with you because Christopher Robin didn't make any money.
Right.
Mary Poppins really didn't do well. Dumbo is
won't.
not going to do
But
well.
the thing is, guys, this comes out in May. 3 months later is
Lion King.
Lion
That's just
King is
gonna-
going to make.
You're right.
It's going to be the
You're
biggest
right.
movie ever.
Yep.
yeah.
Thanks for raining on the parade.
So yeah, guys, that's all the news.
Cool. So join us a little later this week. We are going to be doing a best performance ever for everyone's favorite ranting method actor, Christian Bale. So yeah,
My namesake.
in the meantime, thank you guys for listening. Please like and subscribe and tell your friends. If you want to get in touch with us, if there's things you want to comment on, please reach us at betterthantransformers@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Real Phonies. Thanks to Zach Evans for art and Brian Velasquez for our theme. We'll see you guys later this week.